Hello, Sagittarius. My name is Michelle, and you are on my channel, MoonShadow Tarot. And right now, I'm about to dive into a reading for Sagittarius for the month of February 2019. Now, this video can apply to you if you've got Sagittarius as your sun sign or your moon and rising sign. So with that being said, we're going to dive straight in. I'm going to use a pretty simple spread today. We're just going to check out the physical environment surrounding Sagittarius this month. This can be work, this can be friendships, this can be health, this can be finances, just all those good 3D, physical, real world, everyday reality stuff. Then I'm going to check in on your emotional space for the month, your mental space for the month, and also what is happening with you spiritually this month. And that may include your life purpose, etc., stuff like that. Sorry, just adjusting my camera to feng shui things a little bit. Okay, right. Using a couple of new decks this month. So this one here is the Tarot of Pagan Cats. It's a tiny, tiny miniature deck, and I absolutely love it. And then I'm also using the Bluebird Lenormand, which are another very small mini deck, which fit in my miniature hands very nicely. Okay. Now, I got these ones out because I was being called to use these ones. So these are the Angel Tarot, I think, by Doreen Virtue. Right. So let's use these to start with. So I like to shuffle on camera so that you can see the process as it happens. I always pre-shuffle the cards a little bit before I go on camera, just so I don't have to do quite as much shuffling on camera, because it does take a little bit of time, but it's a worthwhile process. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so can I get a card for Sagittarius physical space for February 2019? Oh, there we go. That's our card. Okay. And the emotional space for Sagittarius for February 2019. Oh. Emotional space, Sagittarius, February 2019. Okay. Mental space for Sagittarius for 2019, February 2019. Too many cards fell out. I will not take all of those. There we go. That's the one. Oh. And finally, spiritual space. Sagittarians, February of 2019. Okay, 2 cards wanted to come out for that one. Okay. Let me just have a good moment to study the cards that we've got here. Okay, right. Actually, the energy for Sagittarius is very, very clear and very, very exciting, might I say. So, what's come out in your physical space is the Page of Earth. And the Page of Earth is often associated with, also known as the Page of Pentacles, but it's known as, it's often a card which represents wanting to go and study something new, wanting to learn something new, wanting to try something new in your career. it can often be a card of being a bit bored and restless with what you've been doing, realizing that you're ready for something more, something bigger. It's an energy though of having to learn stuff, having to learn something from scratch. So you're really trying something completely new in relation to career or in relation to work or study or something like that. So there's a need to do some research, to get some more information, be prepared to like be a novice and be an apprentice and study and learn from mentors and learn from those around you. But it's a very positive card. It's like, yeah, you're willing to take a risk and embrace a new opportunity. And in the emotional space, we've got the World. And so this makes complete sense to me because the World is about ending one chapter and feeling a sense of joy, feeling a sense of completion, of like celebration, like, yay, I ticked that off. I got to the end of that. I've learnt so much along the way. So the reason I get the feeling you're wanting to now embark on something new, career-wise or study-wise or in some area of your life, is because you've completed something really big just recently. And that chapter's over. And it may be that you're not even quite sure this month, the month of February, what the new thing is that you're wanting to do. You may just be more in this energy of like, oh, relief, like I've finished that, I feel good about it, I've done a good job, I've learned a lot, that's come to an end, and now I've got some time to myself to think, well, what's my next move going to be? So there's an energy of you're wanting to stretch your wings, you're wanting to go into some new area. Maybe you already know what that is, maybe you don't. If you don't know what that is, then this is the month that you're really going to like try some new things, talk to some people, and figure out what it is that you're wanting to do. And in your mental space, you've got the Queen of Fire. So that's the Queen of Wands. So mentally, you're feeling confident. Mentally, you're feeling passionate, excited, fired up. And I think it is because of what you've just recently completed. Like you really have ticked off something that maybe you didn't think you could do. And now that you're at the end of that chapter and you're like, wow, look how much I accomplished. It's kind of like, it's almost like you're raising your beliefs about what is possible for you, like maybe before you had this perception of like, oh, well, I'm not that intelligent or I'm not that good at this, I can only do this kind of work or I'm limited in this area in some kind of way. And now that you've achieved whatever this thing is that you've just recently achieved, it's like you now have, I'm getting a new lease on life. Like you're motivated, you're confident, you're fired up, and you have a completely new perception of yourself and what you're capable of, which is really, really exciting. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy for you guys this month. It's absolutely amazing. And spiritually, we've got the 8 of Water and the 4 of Water. Now, these are generally, I wouldn't say they're bad cards. Honestly, I don't think there's a single bad card in the tarot deck, but there's certainly some cards that have maybe more of a sadder kind of energy to them. And the 4 of Water is normally a bit about like being bored, frustrated, maybe things haven't quite turned out as you'd hoped. And the 8 of Water is a sense of like wanting to walk away from something. But with all the cards that are surrounding these two cards here, these two cards are actually so positive in relation to everything else that has come out. I mean, the 4 of Water is kind of like, in regards to everything else that has come out, it's kind of like, I get the feeling like you are bored, you are frustrated, not because of what you've just completed, because you've completed something big, you've wrapped something up, it's really exciting, and you've got your confidence. But I'm getting the feeling that now, like, because you've really kind of up leveled and your confidence is just, you see how much you are capable of now, there's like a restlessness is kind of what I'm getting with this card. Like right, now I know what I'm really capable of. Like, I don't want this. Like, I need something more, like, and I get the sense that this is kind of a new energy for you. Like, whatever this thing is that you've just recently completed, it's been kind of life-changing for you. It's kind of like, wow, like, I see what I'm capable of now. I see how much more options there are out for me. And now you're looking at kind of options and things that you've entertained in the past in your life, and you're like, that's not going to fulfill me anymore. Like, that I can't get excited about that anymore. And that's why you're starting to think about, like, well, what can I do? Like, what can I study? What kind of work can I do in the future that's going to be more interesting, And so it's really starting you off on this path of, like, wanting to go off and discover something new, wanting to discover your spiritual purpose in life, wanting to have some kind of job or some kind of path in life that's more meaningful, that's more challenging, that feels like more aligned with who you are. There is this desire to move on, but not because things have been negative, but just because, you're aware, like, of how much more there can be for you. So this is like an absolutely beautiful energy. I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous. I kind of want to get some clarification cards to see what this might be about for you, because this is freaking exciting energy. So we'll take a look and we'll see what our Bluebird Lenormand has to say. So can I get a clarification card for this Page of Earth, please? Clarification card. Oh, there we go. So we've got the Coffin card, and for me, this is saying, like, there's right now in this moment, there's an ending to the lack of confidence and the lack of courage that you've had in the past. That is gone. You've got your mojo back. You're flying high. So that's really exciting. Clarification card on the World. Clarification card on the World. There we go. Stork. A stork in flight promises delight. A stork in range signals change. Progress heals pain drawn from the past. Embrace kindness and new friendships will last. So there is change on the horizon. There's something new. There's something beautiful that is about to come in. We're really not getting much clarity from the cards at this point in time about what is coming in. And that may just be because it's something different for all of you that are watching this. But it's going to be good. And what I'm really getting here is that it's probably going to lead you to develop a whole new social circle, make friends with maybe a whole variety of people that are different perhaps to the type of people that you're brought up around, the type of people that you're currently around. So there's going to be some new exciting friendships that enter your life as a result of whatever direction it is that you decide to take this month. Let's see what else we can find out. Let's get 3 more clarification cards about this message for Sagittarius for February 2019. Three more clarification cards for Sagittarius for February 2019. That's a few more than 3. Put those back. Here we go. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the message couldn't be clearer. Honestly, this is such a beautiful energy for you guys this month. We've got the Lilies card. Lilies is about a new beginning. It's about a bright outlook for whatever is on the horizon. Yeah, it's a peaceful energy. It's a good energy. It's a good omen for whatever this new thing is that's coming in. We've got the letter card here. This indicates that there's a lot of things this could represent. For some people, this might represent that this new thing that you're embarking on is related to reading, related to writing, related to communication, related to study in some kind of way. It may also be that this month for some people, as you're trying to figure out like what your next step is, it may be that you're having a conversation with somebody and somebody mentions like, oh, you know, my friend's thinking, you know, my friend's been doing this thing, and you know, whatever somebody says in conversation this month, if anything kind of sparks your interest about what they talk about, that could be a sign. I do get the sense that for some of you, this new project, if you don't already know what this is for you, I get the sense that it's either going to be like somebody's going to offer you something unexpected out of the blue, like somebody's going to come to you and say, hey, why don't you come work with me? Or, you know, you'll just be having like a casual everyday conversation with someone and they'll say something and all of a sudden like a light bulb moment will go on and you're like, I wonder if I could do that. Or it might be like you hear a song on the radio and it triggers something and you think, oh gosh, oh, wouldn't that be fascinating? And then you go off and investigate that more. Or you overhear a conversation when like you're at a cafe or something and there's something to do with communication. So it could either be that you're, whatever this new thing is that you want to go into, it's related to communication in some way. It could even be teaching or speaking or performing or something along those lines, or writing books or publishing or something in that kind of line of work or field. Or it could be that the inspiration for this new thing that you decide to do comes about as a result of communication, as a result of hearing something, as a result of receiving a letter in the mail or something like that. And finally, we've got the Child card. I mean, it could be for some of you that what you decide to do is actually get pregnant, or you find out that you are pregnant and this is this new path that you end up going down in life. I don't get that for the majority of you, but certainly it could be. But mostly what I'm getting from that card is just like whatever this new thing is that you decide to pursue, it's just got this really beautiful like childlike energy for you. Like if you can think back to your childhood and something that, and you know, when something happened as a kid and you just got so excited about it, like that's the energy that is going to be here for you this month. Sorry, I'm getting hiccups. Yeah, so it's a playful energy, it's a light-hearted energy, it's an energy of purity, innocence. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And finally, I will pull, because I was very strongly feeling these cards for you. These are the Universal Wisdom cards by Tony Carmine Ciliano. I love his card decks. They honestly have they have beautiful, beautiful illustrations. They're just so gorgeous. And a very spiritual kind of meaning behind them that's really interesting. So let's get one of these and we'll wrap it up, because yeah, it's looking like a great month for you guys. So let's see, what do we have here? Okay. Okay, so we've got autumn leaves, we've got Aradia, and we've got music of the spheres. So yeah, with the autumn leaves, The message that I'm getting from this card as I look at it right now is I get the feeling like you worked really hard on whatever this last thing was that you've just completed. And I just see like so many doors opening up for you right now. And I kind of feel like it's because you worked so hard on whatever this thing was that you've just completed. And it's kind of like, like the universe is rewarding you for the effort that you put into that. It's kind of like, how you plant seeds in a field and then, you give them enough rain and enough sunlight and enough nutrients, and all of a sudden they grow months later. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting for you. Like, now things are growing and you can see the progress and you can see the rewards of some of the effort that you've been putting in the past. With Aradia and music of the spheres, I'm just getting that whatever this new thing is, it's a really peaceful energy. It's going to take your life in a direction where you just feel very balanced, you feel very peaceful. It's just a really new, a really, really beautiful energy. What more can I say? I kind of feel like I don't need to keep going on because the message is so consistent here. With the music coming up and with the letter before, I do feel that whatever you're going into, it is creative. It definitely seems to be related to communication for some people. And again, like I say, that can be performing, it can be music, it can be speaking. But honestly, it's such a beautiful energy in these cards. So enjoy the month of February, Sagittarius friends. Be playful, be creative, because that's the energy of these cards and that's the energy that is going to be very successful for you this month. So enjoy the fun month, enjoy the rewards for past efforts, and start carving your path onto this new thing that you decide for you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.